Hello. I was just over at the police station. They said I could come in here.
You can't come in here.
Okay, do you want to call them?
No, I don't need to. There's no recording devices on.
Okay, well, you're going to have to threaten me with violence in order for me to leave. Because I'm not going to leave voluntarily. So you'd have to threaten me with violence. And I just talked to the Sergeant Carmen. She's a public affairs officer. She said it would be okay because this is publicly accessible. Oh, okay, well, I mean, I'm going to have to be threatened with violence before I leave voluntarily.
Sir.
That's all.
Okay, you guys, do what you're doing.
Oh, can you step back a little bit, please?
No, I can't.
Oh.
You need to step out.
Oh, this guy's kind of assaulting me, so are you going to arrest me if I don't?
Sir,
oh, please get your hand off of
The
me.
judge has instructed you to step out of the
Okay.
lobby.
Please get your hand off of me. Okay?
Come on, dude.
Get out of the lobby.
Yeah, let's step out of the lobby.
Please.
I've already told you, you're trespassed from this building. Step out
The
now.
judge has asked you to step out.
Judge has ordered you to leave. Please
I haven't
leave.
heard the judge say that. Are you going to arrest me if I
I
don't?
am acting on behalf of the judge.
Please get your
Judge
hands
has
off of me.
ordered
He's committing
you
assault.
to
He's
leave.
pushing me right now. Please get your
Step.
hands off of me. You're armed with a weapon.
Sir.
I am not armed with a weapon. Please leave me alone.
I'm going to arrest you if you don't step
Okay, I'm leaving. Okay? So that's all you have to do is say the magic word.
You're not to be
What's your
here
name? D.
in front.
Smith? Oh, please step back. Please step back. You're angry.
You're not supposed to be in front
He's
of the
trying to
court.
assault me. He's getting within a close, I'm going to assault you range. I'm
You've
asking
been
for him
told by
to
the
keep his
judge.
distance.
Step away.
Please keep your distance. What's your name and badge number, please? Name and badge number, please.
His name is Smith.
Smith, D. Smith. What's your name and badge number,
What's
please?
your badge number?
I'm going to go over to the police right now.
Supervisor
I'm
Smith.
Cox 239.
239. Okay,
43.
all right, cool. Can I get do you got a complaint form or a compliment form?
Yeah, you can go across.
Okay, we're going to come back. Are you going to arrest me? All right, let's go back over there to the cops. I'll get a goddamn police escort over here.
From the lady.
Yeah, of course. That's all I want to do is go in there and sit down. They're not letting it, so whatever. Fuck that asshole. That guy put his hands on me 3 times. No, I'm busy, James. I can't. 3 times. He put his hands on me 3 times. He tried to walk within 2 feet of me. He got within 6 inches of me, like nose-to-nose type stuff. The guy's looking for any reason to have a good reason to assault me. And all I'm trying to do is go in there, a publicly paid place, and just like I said, some municipal court judge says to the order follower, get him out or it's your ass. I'm going to say you're incompetent if you can't have these people removed. And so now he threatens, I will arrest you if you do not get out right now. You have to get the threat of violence, then okay, no problem, I'm out of here. So now I'm going to go back over and file a complaint against D. Smith and his little cohort for, they did not have to put their hands on me. He did not have to get within that close to me. He could have made it happen eventually, just not within the 30 seconds that his patience demanded. So here we go. And again, cool, calm, and collected, man. If anybody else stepped to me like that in the street and they're not a cop and they don't have a gun, I'm gonna put my fist through their jaw. That's what would happen, but not with that guy. You may want to. Hi. I was wondering if I could, if you could inform Sergeant Carmen that I was just, he put his hands on me 3 times, pushed me out the door, and threatened me with arrest because I wanted to sit down. Officer D. Smith, I'd like to file a formal complaint against him right now, and another very large guy with a hat on and a gun. I'd like to file a complaint against him too. They just assaulted me right then and there. Put their hands on me.
If I can have you pick up this phone
Yeah.
and tell the dispatcher will answer, tell him you're here in the lobby and you want to speak to the supervisor on duty.
Okay.
You have a complaint about the law.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay.
Make it a criminal complaint, not a civil.
It's not gonna matter. Hi, Tammy. I've been asked to ask for the dispatcher.
Over here, the window,
Okay. I was just at the police station here, and I went over to the municipal courthouse, and I'd like to file a complaint against the 2 officers in there. I have everything here on a video, without any explanation or warning. They walked up to me within 6 inches like they were trying to fight me 3 times. I turned around and pointed my camera downward. They put their hands on me 3 times.
There's
And
a
push me out the door.
Right here, if you'd like,
Okay.
and pens are on the counter.
Yes, I do.
Bring it back.
My name is Joe Pierce. And I just want to file a complaint against him right now. I'd also like to go into that room and have a seat and be left alone. Just right before the security screen, I'd like to just go in there and have a seat and sit to myself and not say a word. What? Yes, please. Yes, please. That'd be great. I'm sorry, what? 682-202-1714. Okay, we'll be here waiting. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. I'll just change it. Here.
Is it a Google?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go over there and sit in that chair and they're not gonna do anything about it. Oh, the dispatcher I was talking to earlier said she was watching the whole thing as a camera.
Really?
Yeah. But you got him on tape. Putting his hands on you? Yeah, of course.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, fingerprint day or something.
Yeah, it is. Yep. That's what she said earlier.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many people here. What do you get fingerprinted for?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Like,
Voluntarily.
if you want a gun, if you want some kind of licenses, you have to have it.
Oh.
Like daycare and stuff. A bunch of reasons.
Really?
Yeah. It depends, of course, place to place, but.
So you gotta get fingerprinted.
What car, yeah.
Wow. Right on.
Gonna be trespass. That guy doesn't have the authority to trespass. That's
doesn't
not
have any-
above.
That guy's, dude, he was aggro the second I saw him.
Oh, okay.
Because he came, when I was over filming near the water department, he comes around the corner just aggro as hell. He's staring at me. And I'm actually jogging because it's starting to rain and I'm trying to get to cover. And he's staring at me as I'm jogging and I'm jogging right at him. And I'm like, oh, it's raining.
Jeannie says, I copped a bow with the backwards over connected stuff.
Totally genius move, too.
No, you don't have to pay. You just pay them when you're finished and then get my record.
I really want to get with Sergeant Carmen.
I can't do it with this camera. Over your shoulder.
It's going to be boring for a while, guys. We just got to wait a little bit. See what's going to happen is it's going to be the judge's will instructing those bailiffs versus these cops who just got done telling me that everything I'm doing here is fine. I should be able to go let her have a seat and left alone.
And they just told you that at the municipal?
Yeah.
Is there anything extra
This is why you got
tested for their?
Not unless they give you a.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
As soon as I get the W on that guy, I'm gonna tell him a bunch of stuff.
I was going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not, sorry, I was just sitting here.
Oh, look, the camera's gone. It popped out somewhere. Yep. It's gone.
You think it was in there?
Could be.
They had their hands all
Could
over
be.
you.
I don't know.
I think it was in there.
It's held in a clip. Look at that clip, dude. It's not broken or nothing. It just slides in there and gets held right there.
I think it fell out in there. They probably knocked it out of there.
It doesn't have anything on it except footage, thank God. This stuff.
If they knocked it off, they probably picked it up and stole it too.
Yeah, I don't know. Because the best thing to do is maybe be back to the officer anyway.
There's a DEA building here too.
Cool, we'll be up on it.
Dragon Fire audited me once. Told him to call him Daddy.
Yeah.
What's that right there?
Public records request for incident report and authorization to something.
Car, need a car.
Real Jingy says Joe was working the cop on his back. Like Joe had the ball in World Cup. The cop really wanted the ball. Joe kept him on the camera the whole time too. Tell me you are violent, I'll leave.
They just think you're just gonna leave because they said so.
Are you guys here to see somebody?
Yeah, we are.
All right. How can I help you guys?
Well, we were just threatened with arrest and assault for doing exactly what we're doing here right now, just sitting minding our own business. And I can show you the video. These two cops came out and assaulted me, put their hands on me 3 times, pushed me out the door, and then said, "Hey, if you don't get out, I'm gonna arrest you." And I mean, if you as a cop, if I came within 6 inches of you, looking like I was gonna do something physical, instant crime. I'm going to jail. That just happened to me 3 times over there. I just had a long 20-minute conversation with Sergeant Carmen, I'm sorry, and boy, were we on the same page. We were totally on, couldn't have been more on the same page. And
Do you guys have ID? Can I get your name?
I can give you my name,
Okay.
Joe Pierce.
TIE or something?
Yeah.
Can I get your date of birth, Joe?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
You know, it's nothing personal. It's just
Did you want to be part of this as well?
No.
I just want to file a complaint, but more than file a complaint, I'd like to go over there and not be assaulted or arrested, and just have a seat and mind my own business for like 5 minutes and then leave. And they say, a judge told us to do this, so we're going to threaten you with violence and do this. And I just want to go there, sit, and then leave.
What they indicate to you as far as?
I could, if you'd like to give me an email address, I can send you. Tell you what, you can view this footage yourself. Here's the name of my YouTube channel.
Your YouTube channel?
Oh yeah. It's called Ethics.
Yes.
Ethics. ETH. ICS. Instead. And I'm live streaming on that channel. There's like 124 people watching.
Okay.
And I was out of there in 30 seconds. He was pushing me, and the other two super aggressive, yelling at me. Boy, you guys couldn't have been nicer in here. What a difference between the two. This is maybe tied with the nicest police station I've ever been.
Well, the other officer over there, he works for the court. He doesn't.
Oh, he works for the judge, yeah.
He works for the judge specifically.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sure, because he was acting like his job was on the line.
So he's not a Ore Valley police officer then?
He is an Ore Valley police officer,
Great.
but his primary function is working for the judge and the court system.
Now, I don't rely on the police to kind of protect me from other police. However, I, as a member who you all call the public, would like to go do what we're doing here in there. Before the security screening, we don't even ask him to go in. We just want to sit on the chairs for 5 minutes and be left alone in peace, and then we'll leave.
Okay.
And this could be resolved. If that could happen, I won't even file a complaint. How about that? Is that fair?
I can make that happen.
Let's make that
If
happen.
If that works for you.
That works for me, sir.
And so you just want to sit in the lobby over there?
Yes.
Okay, because right now they're in the middle of a trial.
We don't
But
want
we-
anything to do with that.
We're not trying to go in the courtroom.
We're not even trying to do it.
I know they're in the middle of the trial because one of my officers is over there right now. And if you guys want to go over there and sit in the lobby, that's fine. I can make that happen.
Can we make that happen?
Yeah, that's not an issue.
Okay, let's make that happen.
Okay, you know what? I'll even go over there with you.
Great, and then I won't even file a complaint.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll save you paperwork and we'll be good to go.
Okay. And the purpose of your filming?
Just to show that the public should be able to sit in publicly accessible areas without being threatened with violence.
I knew you guys were out here on La Miata side earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was great. They said, hi, can I help you? I said, no, that's it.
Yeah.
They're great, polite, friendly.
We were singing their praises. We're out here to show people that you don't have to do this aggressively. You don't have to yell at cops or swear at them. You don't have to do any of that. And this is us showing that there's another way. And I hope people will learn from this and then do the same. So that it's less drama for everybody.
Sure.
Less complaints, less any of that. And safer, by the way, for everybody.
God, I was hoping it'd rain some more.
Yeah. Place could use it, but.
Explain to me a little bit more about your protocol and as far as what you guys do and why you do it. Just
Okay.
out of curiosity, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
straight
your
up.
shindig here.
So, no, let me. So all we do, I know it sounds like, wait, that's the point? Yes, that's the point. All we want to do is sit in publicly accessible areas to show that you can. Because see, a lot of different places, they go, we allow you to do it here, but not here. Even though the rules are the same for both.
Yeah.
And when we try to just go over here, they do what that guy did. We'll just try to pick a fight, get a reason to arrest me, grab me, throw me down, all that. Assaulting, getting way too close, personal space. I asked him to separate distance for safety many times, and he still came up on me. To just show that you can, and that if you do it the nice way, that'll work. You don't need to get angry and get mad at cops and take revenge. Okay. We'll wait out here until you're ready.
Yeah, I can actually access this building one way or another.
That guy is not a lieutenant, right? He's not going to pull rank on you and arrest us anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They even locked you out, huh?
Good question. Oh, you got body camera. Cool. You guys have them on all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Most courtrooms, they let us come in. They don't have any locked doors or pass.
It's normally unlocked. They
Oh, is
lock-
it?
Yeah, they lock it.
Oh, I see. This is the first one I've ever seen where you can't even get to the screener without a lock.
It's not normally like that. They did that to us. And that's the whole, there he is.
Cool.
Hey, Danny.
Yes, sir.
These guys want to sit in the lobby?
Okay, they can, but they can't record in the lobby.
Okay,
Judge won't allow it.
Is that the judge deal?
Yep. They've been told, they've also been told they're trespassing because they kept trying to record it.
Oh, you told us formally that I am trespassed?
Told you stand right here when I asked you to
No,
leave.
you
told
said,
didn't
or
leave.
I will. So I'm asking you, are you now? I'm not going to be quiet because you put your hand up. Don't talk to me like I'm less human than you.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my sergeant.
Okay, well, just be a little respectful, that's all.
The judge doesn't want them in
Judge
there?
does not want them in there because they're recording, they've been told they're trespassing.
Does the
I
judge
told
have
him.
the authority to override public space, public access?
When you're recording, yes, he
Constitution?
does, it's a security
Oh,
threat.
where is that written down that if you're recording, then public space doesn't mean public
Any
access?
other questions, sir?
No, I have because it's not written down anywhere. It's not written down anywhere, and he knows it, and so does the judge.
Okay, well, that now becomes an issue between you and the judge, and basically this is his house, and he pretty much can call the shots.
Wow,
as
I
far-
thought it was the
Inside
public's
of a room.
house.
Well, it
So
is
this
to
is
some
the
degree,
judge.
but he's in the middle of a trial right now. Is the trial?
We don't want anything to do with the trial. I just want to sit in that chair and mind my own business and not say a thing for 5 minutes, and I'm going to leave. Otherwise, and I won't file a complaint. If he doesn't let me, I'm filing a complaint.
Let us record too?
Yeah, I mean, if we're just sitting in the lobby.
What is there that you're afraid of we're going
They're
to
not going to go
record?
into the courtroom at all.
There's nothing that we can
They're still-
record that they
They'd
care
still be
about.
subject to going through the search, the seizure, or the search deal they're going through. metal detector and stuff.
I don't even want to do that, yeah. You don't
They
have
just wanna
top
sit in the
secret
lobby and
information
film
on the
it.
wall.
So that's what we're gonna have. All right, and I talked to Kurt about it, and he said that should be, like, there wouldn't be an issue.
Okay, I'll speak to the
I
judge.
can get in there with my, this lock.
So let it go, let me call him and tell him don't want this.
They're a full lockdown.
See, the judge is in charge of the courtroom. We're not trying to go in the courtroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Judge is in charge
There's a
of
lobby.
this facility.
Well,
this
you work
complex.
for the judge, so you're going to say whatever the judge
contempt
wants
of
you to
court
say.
seems to be spreading farther and farther and farther and farther. Pretty soon, you know, judge is going to have authority out on lock and
Yeah.
audit. You know what I mean? It keeps,
No, that's stretching it a bit.
it is, but
We've
it's
been to
stretching
places
coming
where they
outside
do
of the building. He's telling us. I mean, he told us, okay, don't come into the lobby. And then once he pushed us out, he said, now you have to step farther away. Not even a specific distance, but he just keeps pushing it farther and farther and farther.
Okay. Do you want to give me your name at all?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to Joe. more
Okay.
so, because I don't know who you are, man. You know, my name's Andy Lopez, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Joe Pierce. Yep.
Unlock the front door.
I'd like a guarantee that he's not going to arrest me when you leave.
What's that?
I'd like a guarantee that he's not going to arrest me when you leave.
No, you're not gonna get arrested.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know there's a trial in progress right now. As far as what that entails, I have no idea what it's about. Yes.
Yeah, neither do I. We didn't know
That's
what's
not
going down.
an issue, but if you guys just want to sit in the lobby, I don't see
Yeah,
why there would be an issue to do that. I mean,
Right.
other than
And then we would leave, and none of this would ever happen in the first
maybe
place.
the judge getting tweaked a little bit about it and stuff after.
If we were trying to take this into his courtroom, don't you think that'd be one thing? But gosh, just sitting right by the door in the lobby, not saying anything. So our problem, well, my problem primarily is with judges. It's not with cops, not even that cop. It's with the judges because judges do that. They say, cops do. Why would I mess with a cop? What if I address a judge? Both problems are solved.
Sure.
This happens a lot. They think they can say whatever they want because they know these order-following bailiffs will just basically do whatever they say. Or it's their job, dereliction of duty, career progression.
Yeah.
And so we just want the judges to know.
And Officer Smith, he works for the court. He works for the judge himself.
I can tell. He's one of the most aggressive. I put him on my top 10 list, which is saying something. I've been doing this for 3 years.
I wouldn't. But I've been doing this for 31 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, oh, that makes sense, right? But, I mean, I'm telling you, if I just would have done what? My ass would be black and blue, bruised on the ground, maybe tasered. I'd be on processing right now.
Yeah,
There's no need for it. Dude, he was right up here. This is my tactic. I have cops do that to me a lot. I turn around, go like this, and then flip this around with that button, so that now, see that? Like if you're trying to, I'm obviously not any threat to you, and yet it records what you're about to do to me from behind.
Sure.
Which is, we're just trying to, it's a public opinion type issue.
What does the rest of that apparatus do? I just had a
There was
curiosity
I
one
think
thing.
he might have, in the scuffle in here, by the way, there was an expensive camera in here. And in the scuffle in here and him putting his hands on me, this has a locking mechanism and it's not broken. But it's not in here. I realized that in there. My camera might be in there. And if it is, they've already confiscated it. Might have thrown it away. But man, I lose equipment to these type of incidences all the time. It's part of the hazards of the business. But it was a nice 4K camera. It's a nice backup to this.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So, I'm with you, man. I just don't see the harm. But gosh, if a judge gets involved, then all the cops have to go through all this trouble, and it's not fair to anybody. They got ego or whatever. We're not even trying to get past security. We're not in a juror exit. It might not even be a jury trial.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole part of the
Yeah.
department stuff that I'm trying to avoid.
Cause yeah, like I said, man, I talked to Carmen for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And boy, like I said, we couldn't have been more on the same page.
Yeah.
You guys let us. I walked in there out of the blue, just being boring as heck, filming nothing important. Left. End of issue. You guys have all your formal paperwork on you're supposed to. Everything looks great. Nobody will come here anymore because there's no problem here until that happens.
Yeah.
Like if we were to get arrested,
But it
you'd
almost
have
seems like
20 people here tomorrow.
It almost seems like, well, I'll tell you what, it almost seems like you guys come here with the intention of creating
No, but see, that's
some-
called cop
a
baiting.
confrontation
That's
type
called
deal.
cop baiting, and some people do that. I don't blame you for
It
saying
happens.
that.
I mean, we've had people come over here and do that in the parking lot. and
100%.
Stuff
What
like
do they
that.
do?
100%. Well, hold on one second. 100% of it. My goal is to show that that isn't necessary. I'm trying to get the people that do that not to do that. Because when they do that, cops like you, good cops who get impressions that that's what they do. And then when I show up, you think I do that too. See how it makes it harder for me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to show that you go
And
about it the nice
that's
way.
what, I mean, it almost seems like that, though, that you're in a position right now where you're trying to create some kind of confrontation.
Well,
You know, and just,
but see,
and it would
is
see-
it
it
me
would-
that's trying to make it, or is it the judge, or is it an overly aggressive police officer? Because see, I just made Carmen and your department look really good.
Yeah.
So if I had left after that, I promise you, her opinion is that I'm out there to make her look good and your department. So
Yeah, but
there's not
but
a
then-
shift just because I come over here and
Yeah.
meet resistance. I'm still trying to do that. I would prefer that.
yeah.
But when they come out here, the guy did something to me that if he wasn't a cop and this was on the street, he would have been eating my elbows.
Yeah.
That would've been
just-
it.
It just seems, though, that just, you know, you come here with the intention, you guys are filming and so forth,
Very
that you're
polite.
coming here to kind of create some kind of
We're not. See,
contact.
we were just at
some
another
kind of-
police station before this, completely uneventful.
Yeah.
We talked to it was the sheriff's office. Talked to them, couldn't be nicer. We danced. We don't want confrontation.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Here's why it doesn't make any sense. Because if we're not convincing in the court of public opinion, we're wasting our time. I don't like doing this. It's embarrassing in a way. I don't really like doing it.
Yeah.
I do it for that exact reason. That exact reason, just to make it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
And again, our point isn't with cops. You're not causing the problem. I'm not causing the problem. It's a judge that's causing the problem. It's my humble opinion.
Yeah.
And I think the public would agree with you.
Can I ask what people do to try to, you say they try to provoke or something? What do you think, what do they do to try to provoke?
Well, they come here with, it seems like the sole intention of creating a conflict.
Some people do.
Are they
You know,
doing
they
something?
come up and they stick cameras in cops' faces.
Like
and stuff.
paparazzi style.
Yeah, somewhat, to some degree, and we've had them in the past. And normally if we have them, if they're in a public area, I just say just leave them alone, let them do that.
Yeah.
Because they want to bait you into a confrontation,
And so the best thing to do is ignore them. Because then they'll leave.
and normally we do.
Yeah, no material.
And that's, you know, that'll usually suffice.
Yeah.
You know, and things will move on, and everybody goes on about their day, and so forth.
Yeah.
So, oh, no, just wait.
It's unlocked. We might as well have had this conversation in there and then we could have been gone by now.
Yeah, 'cause I'm hot too.
Cool.
All right, you guys want to come in?
All right.
Have a seat. Okay. All right. Okay. They're just gonna sit in here for now and stuff. And I'll stick around here with them for a little bit. And, so let me know if something changes. And I'll be quick, Jen, the whole time, too. All right.
Alright, so we've got cameras in here already. I'm sure we can do open records requests on footage on those cameras.
If it's worth it, but
Right.
yeah.
But to me, the idea is they just don't want my camera.
Hi, Jen, it's Eddie.
Maybe I don't know.
Hey, I'm over here at the court with the guys and, with the guys that wanted to make the complaint earlier. And I'll be standing, the guys that wanted to make the complaint earlier. And I'll be over here with them for a period of time. And that's why they're showing code 6 one. Negative code 10 on my radio.
Prosecution.
Open up.
any crime against this.
Thanks a lot, bye-bye. We're a bit of a dispatcher in the world.
Here's something I've never done on camera before. Fist bump Sergeant Lopez.
Think you can do that?
That's a first. Thanks.
First for Joe, all right?
First for me. Never done that one before.
Sign right there says everything in here is recorded.
What's that?
The sign right there says everything in this room
Yeah,
is video
camera there.
recorded.
They have a camera up there in the top corner and one right here.
Yeah.
The dispatcher I spoke to said she watched it happen. So it's like, gosh,
I mean, my point is there's cameras everywhere.
so why not let us have one?
Yeah, but we're not YouTubing the stuff that comes out of these cameras, you know, I mean.
But we can FOIA all the cameras. We can FOIA your body cam. We can FOIA this camera unless there's something, I mean, obviously there's certain things that might be private that were done or said in here that we wouldn't be able to get. But we can
Yeah.
FOIA all this stuff. So the thing is that this camera cost me about $150. FOIAing all of the cameras if an incident does happen that I want footage on is gonna cost me a lot of money. I've done it before.
Yeah.
And so if the public have their own cameras, we don't have to worry about going through your guys' system. And I've had police lose body cam footage, dash cam footage. I've
I
had
mean, there's
four-
always a fluke, I mean,
Yeah.
If
stuff happens periodically as well.
if this thing did drop off in here somewhere, is there a way for me to inquire if it did or not? It would say lead edge on the front of it. It's black, kind of like a cube. It said lead edge on the front of it. Because it snaps in there. I don't, man. Not a huge
Is it
deal.
outside at all, or?
Oh, there's a small chance, but gosh, I would have heard it pop off.
I'll check my footage later too, because I've been recording
Yeah.
you, so I'll see at what point you had it and when it was.
Yeah, if you see it popping off from here,
Yeah, it could have popped off there too, because I was trying to get away from him a little bit out there, but whatever, it's all good.
You know what the trial's about that's going on in here?
Oh man, don't even ask. There.
I don't know, I'm not sure. It's a misdemeanor, because we just
Oh.
do misdemeanor cases here.
Right.
Oh, I
right.
see. I
We don't
see.
do felonies. The felonies all go downtown to the Superior Court.
Do you know if this judge is a judge full time or just part time?
He's a full-time judge here.
Oh, here all the time, 5 days a
Yeah.
week. What's his name?
Dunstone.
So you guys do criminal here, not just
We do.
just a misdemeanor criminal,
Yeah, mostly misdemeanor type stuff.
traffic and drug citation type
A
stuff.
lot of traffic, more traffic than anything probably, I would imagine.
See, like I'm zoomed in on that black sign right there, and it says banned in the courtroom, cameras and recording devices. We are not in the courtroom, and that's why we're sitting here right now. Because they can. That's what I told them. They were like angry at me, wanting to get out, and I said, look, I don't mean to be difficult, but in order for me to get out voluntarily here, you're gonna have to threaten me with violence, because I'm not gonna leave here just on your opinion. And once he said, I'm gonna arrest you, that's when I left. It's just so much easier if they just figure it out. Like, okay, let them. They're gonna leave. They're annoying. They'll leave.
I'm gonna walk around and see if your camera's out there anywhere. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it got dropped here, but.
There should be a couple, like, near the admin building, and maybe outside here.
All right.
There might be a couple.
Cool.
All right, thank you. Sergeant
Yeah.
Gonzalez? All right. Thank you, sir.
Lopez. How dare you?
Lopez.
How
I'm
dare
sorry,
you?
I see the Z and I was like,
We all look the same.
I appreciate it, man. My name is James, by the
A
way.
guy with a sense of
James?
humor.
Yeah.
A sense of humor.
Thank
Watch
you, I
out.
appreciate it.
That's what, man.
Hi, come on in. Hello. Thanks to Sergeant Lopez, you're not getting a complaint filed on you. Sergeant Lopez saved you a complaint.
They have defense attorney up there and all kinds of people sitting up front.
So that's the courtroom right on the other side of that door?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's why
Usually
this
there's
is
like-
usually a quiet area too, because the microphones in there will pick up.
Oh, yeah,
We've had some confrontations in here before.
Oh, yeah.
It picks up on the mics on the inside as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, just trying to show people that it can be done this way,
Yeah.
you know? Because a lot, like you see, a lot of them are more aggressive. Just doesn't do anybody
What
any
do you do for a
favors.
living? Do you make any doing this stuff at
No,
all?
I don't. I've
Does it
never.
come back to you? I mean,
He has a much bigger channel than I do. I'm not so much in it. I prefer my channel small because I don't want to be famous for this. Like I said, it can be kind of embarrassing. I don't want to get recognized. He got recognized once here, just now. So I don't, but some people do.
no, they told me about him when he was out on, when you guys were out on Macanata.
You mean, I'm not from here, I'm sorry.
No,
Lock
on the
and
street right here.
When
When
we
you guys were
were,
out there by the gate, or by one of the gates and stuff, one of the other guys recognized him from.
oh, I see. Yeah, that red beard's kind of distinctive, yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. Sometimes I do some legal consulting because, believe it or not, I got good first in a courtroom without a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then I
Excuse me just for a second.
take your time, please.
Hey, Chris.
Nobody's sitting at their desks now. Yes, I'm gonna threaten you and argue with you and say you have to leave and there's no recording in there. Nobody's at their desk now. Why? Because they know they're doing things that are wrong. They know they're being rude, overly aggressive. They know that people can come in here and sit down. And they know they're in the wrong. They're embarrassed, they're ashamed, they don't want their face on YouTube forever.
It came off in here.
How do you know?
There's nowhere else.
Oh, okay. Is it? What's that under the? Oh, that's just part of the table. Nobody's coming up here now.
Take it off here in a little bit.
Look at that. Starting Monday, it says, as of August 3rd, 2015.
Bye.
The magistrate court will be charging 5% convenience fee to pay any credit debit card. So if you got a fee for like $500, you got to pay another $25.
There's nothing out there now.
Yeah, and even if they found it, they're gonna throw it in the garbage. They're not gonna.
I got a lot of footage to go through, but I'll review it all.
You can see a camera?
No.
Good one, I know it. Because I was on it once.
Oh, no, I mean his camera.
The camera of mine that came
His
out.
camera there.
Yeah, that's what he was looking for.
There is a camera out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Kind of picks up this area.
Yeah.
The confrontation with one of the council members once before.
Mm.
And I know that was on,
You mean like
we had reviewed the film and then we ended up arresting somebody after the fact.
somebody was confronting a council member, or the council member was
No,
agitated?
the council member was confronted by a citizen.
Oh, I see.
Stuff at a town hall meeting kind of deal outside.
I see,
Some
I
people
see.
just don't know how to be nonviolent. Talk.
Another reason why we do it this way. If you don't have if the public were to watch what you do and not be on your side, you're screwed. In court, with the jury, you're more likely to be arrested because they know no attorney will want to attach their credibility and their name to represent you. So,
You guys broadcast your city council
The
meeting.
council meetings are broadcast, yeah, they're.
yeah, see,
So did you know that? I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been doing it here, but years and years ago, people were trying to get into these city council meetings all over the country with cameras because they wanted to be able to film it
Yeah.
and show what's going on. And they were getting kicked out, the same as we're being kicked out of places
Yeah.
like this.
And I think that when they started doing the city council deal, I think that a lot of it, because of the advent of being able to film anything, anywhere, just about,
yeah,
that they started filming it themselves to
Mhm.
create that, the transparency of what's actually going on in the courtrooms, or
council chambers.
in the
yeah.
council chamber.
I like that you said courtrooms because that would be good.
Because, honestly, if personally, I wish that they could film that stuff.
Yeah, and they will eventually.
And a lot of times, more so in a serious crime,
Mhm.
where they could film child molesters,
Mhm.
murderers.
See,
We understand,
Kind of what-
like, you don't want to film the jury, they shouldn't be on there, we understand.
No, they should
all
never
of
be on
these
there.
things. Right.
They're not necessarily of their own accord. but-
right. You don't want to. Nobody wants to do that.
Why jam them up by
Yeah.
putting them on a camera somewhere that they were
Yeah.
part of somebody that, and that's why big issue was back east, New York and Chicago and stuff like that, they were trying to avoid that and not filming any of the jurors because they had so many mob-related criminal trials going on. So then you had jurors being threatened.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff.
Oh.
And, I mean, someone was being bought too. So, but not any, being able to identify them
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff, that it kind of eliminated that. But I think we should all be trying, to be honest with you.
See, I would love that too, but for the last 3 years, I haven't even been trying that hard. All I've been trying to do, saying over and over and over again, is just an audio recording, just to try and make it easier. Just an audio of just our
When
hearing.
it's all done and over with, though, all that stuff's on a transcript, and after
Ah.
the case is adjudicated, it becomes public record.
Correct. We just paid $150 for a good friend of mine's transcript, right? $150. We got 2 copies. It's about 10 pages or whatever. Okay. I was there. I heard the whole thing. I know every word that was said in that courtroom. Winky wink. When I look at the transcript, there were 2 times where the judge was blatantly rude and unprofessional. Like he's aware that the defendant is a political enemy of his. Anyway, I won't get into detail, but the point is, they edit the transcripts. And when we go to say, hey, what about the video footage? We've actually been told the sheriffs take care of it. We call the sheriff's office, it doesn't exist. Of course, if you try to assault the judge, that footage is going to appear like that. But they won't give us, and then when we do order the footage, you'd think it'd be in one big 2-hour-long file. No, they chop it up into 5-minute segments. They put it on a government format that's really hard to work with. They add white noise so that people who listen to it on the internet are like, yeah, I can make it out, but this is not fun. They do all of those things so that it doesn't get out.
This is from experience too. This isn't
Experience
just-
talking.
you know.
So, I'm not saying this place,
No,
like I
right,
said,
right.
I'm not from here, but so just an audio recording of our own hearings would be fine. We've been here like 12
Yeah,
minutes. I'm good.
We're working
to go.
towards it though. Texas criminal courts, for example, Texas is actually taking the lead on it. A lot of people don't even realize, but they passed laws that I believe take effect this year, that all of your courts and criminal courts are required to have a working video and audio recordings
Yeah.
in every single one of
Because
them.
not all of them do right
And it
now.
needs to, it's just accountability.
Well,
We're
That's all.
accountable, everyone else needs to be.
Even the cases that would, those cases that might interest people as opposed to others, and stuff would be good, because in that way you could, get an idea of what's really going on in the court.
Yeah.
What's the word, Bo?
Well, there's actually rules and laws that they can't be in here, they can't be recording people. They're tied to the court, such as myself, without permission. And so if they want to sit here, they can sit here, and the judge got that from the Superior Court. The judge who overrides everything that we do here, or oversees everything, so that's where it comes down to. But if they want to sit here, the statute also actually prohibits them from recording any security devices.
Could I see that statute?
Yeah, because that's not actually, I know what he's talking about.
I'd like to see this. We have Google, we can look up any statute, and if it's correct, by golly, we'll leave. Totally agreed.
And I'll even
But see-
delete anything.
Yeah, because I don't
illegal.
think anything is written down in a statute that says
Judge says if,
in a
they
lobby,
keep
it can't-
recording people, if they recording the jury members leaving, any of the staff leaving, they will be arrested.
we have no desire to do that, so that's not going to happen.
Is this something I can get for these guys?
Yeah, if you want to read through, that's, I believe that's the,
I have my
I
glasses on my desk.
believe that's the one that he talks about right there, they refer to.
Oh, hey,
Actually starts in F.
Smith, we asked the judge, they gave you that information to pass along to us. Would you tell them our response is, I'm happy to take their information, I'm happy to look
He
into
didn't
it.
give that to pass along, so I gave it to my sergeant. My sergeant made that determination. If he wants to give it to you, that's up to my sergeant.
Fair enough, fair
Can you
enough.
make a photocopy?
Dang it. Fair enough. My response to anybody would be, if they have anything that applies the statutes and codes to me, that would be cool to have too. Oh, man,
Apparently
I
the judge
know.
called over to Superior Court.
Of course he
Yeah,
did.
I'm aware of what they're talking about too, in
He-
Arizona.
Most of the smaller courts, Porter Valley, Marana,
Uh-huh.
are overseen by Superior Court.
Right, right.
We're just a leg of the law enforcement aftermath as far as it goes,
Yeah.
because the individual agencies, they do their own, sentencing and stuff like that. And that's why most of them have their own judges as well.
So we dealt with this with Tucson City Courts. Actually, it's not us, actually, there's some other individuals dealing with it. And so I'm aware of what they're talking about. He may have something new that I haven't seen, but they have gone to the Superior Courts, and what the Arizona court has said, the constitutionality of it needs to be challenged as well, and it is being challenged by
true,
Chief Sergeant
yeah.
of Police and his attorney. But what they're saying is that you can't film private citizens within these public places
Yeah,
in the
which we're not
courts.
doing. Hell, I'd be willing to point the camera that doesn't happen while I go to the car.
Right.
We have no interest for that.
And the Supreme Court has ruled, so anyways, Arizona's superior courts violate Supreme Court rulings. You can always film the police, that's been ruled in Supreme Court over and over and
Yeah.
over and over again. I mean, it can't be, and I don't think we even need another ruling, it's just that it needs to be obeyed. And he is police, that's what he is, whether he's a bailiff or, and so if he's
Yeah,
in
it's
a
obvious.
public space, not meaning the courtroom even, the courtroom itself is not what we're, it's the public areas that we're
Yeah.
trying to. So
Um,
I think I'm familiar with what he's gonna show us. If
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got some new,
we're
by all
about
means,
to
though.
head out here.
Yeah.
Lastly, and this is lastly, to summarize, you asked me, ultimately, why do I do this? Why do I do this? All those reasons I gave you were not the total bottom line core. Here's the total bottom line core as to why I do it. I don't know about anybody else, okay? He came out here with some statutes and codes on paper. This will kind of flip your mind. He came out here with some statutes and codes on paper. And because it's written down, it needs to be obeyed. There is nothing in any piece of legislation anywhere in the country, nor written down by any judge anywhere, that says the statutes and codes actually apply to you because of reason X. There's nothing ever written down that says this, you have to live under the statutes and codes and we will impose upon you because of reason X. Because I've looked into it. I've been charged with statutes and codes, and I've gone into courtrooms and asked judges, what is it that makes the statutes and codes apply to me? Where, if it's written down, I'm just investigating. Maybe you're right. If it's written down, by golly, I'll plead guilty right now. I'll pay the fine and be out of here right now. Just show it to me. I got Google. Take a recess. I'll come back. And they can't ever do it, and they run off the bench, and they take unplanned recesses because there is nothing written down that makes the statutes and codes apply. It's just
And in all honesty, I'm not familiar with that.
Fair enough,
So
fair
if
enough,
it
but-
existed or not.
in legalese. If you go to law school, oh, they know that. They know that. They know that. I mean, everybody likes the idea of the Constitution. I'm not saying, oh, burn everything. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just saying
Yeah.
we feel that the power creep has gone a little too far in certain areas. And that happens too far because of statutes and codes. And so when we clarify, well, you want me to obey this, I mean, you want me to pay you for reasons X, Y, and Z, like I don't wear a seatbelt or I got to looking at my text or something while I'm driving. What, please, your legislation that shows your statutes and codes are applicable to me. And they toss out, well, it's a geographical physical location issue. It's because of where you were, and we have jurisdiction over here.
Yeah.
Okay, but the jurisdiction is applying the statutes and codes to us. You are imposing, you have power over what happens. It's just an opinion unless it's written down. I'm a grown man. I don't want to go to jail and pay fine because another grown man told me to. I would like it to be written down.
Yeah.
If it's written down, I'll plead guilty, pay the fine, and be out.
Yeah.
And going on 3 years, I've yet to see it happen.
What do you
But
guys do
that's-
for a living now? I mean, do you make money on this, on your gig, on your channel or anything like that?
I make enough to pay for what I'm doing most of the time. Usually I come out of pocket on it though, but I've owned a business for about 15 years.
Yeah. What kind of business you have?
I don't want to say just because, because of what I do,
Is it a
accountability.
sandwich shop or anything?
No.
Cool? Or a music shop?
Because I do government accountability, people have attacked other.
Oh, they
businesses.
could. I've had
You know
friends
what I mean?
fired,
It's the same thing as
pursued
like-
and fired from their job.
Same thing as I wouldn't want your personal home address put out. There are certain things about myself that I try not to put out too. You know what I mean?
I have to work online because I can't. Like I've had jobs before, but if they were a good buddy of mine, the second they find out about this, that you dare challenge a judge's authority, it's not business friendly. It's just not business friendly, and so sorry.
Yeah.
So I've had to find
I can see
employment to where I got to work for myself and like flip cars online and just make business happen. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So, but really, that's what it comes down to, man. I mean,
Actually, I've done contracts with Oro Valley Police before.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
long time ago.
I've done business with Oro Valley. And they've always been pretty good, actually. So,
Cool. This is the first time I've been this far south on the continent. I'm kind of liking it. I appreciate your time. I know you got busy. I have busy things to do. I think this was important,
That
and
I
worth
do.
it. I think this was important and worth it. Cops' time, that's for sure, to keep that from happening. I'm not going to file 2 complaints. I'm ready to go if you are.
Oh, we're waiting
Thanks.
on the copy though, that's all.
on their copy?
Yeah, were you gonna get us a
I
copy?
thought it was, yeah.
Are they coming? I
think
mean,
he's
I don't
just-
wanna.
I mean, every time you ask him to do something, he disappears for 20 minutes.
I was hoping
I'm
to
sure
get
he's
a
chasing
copy of
judges.
that.
He's
Not
right
really.
there.
That's all I'm waiting on.
I mean, and granted, I mean, maybe you give you something that's got some teeth in it that
Yeah, yeah.
would preclude you from being here,
Yeah.
or
But-
put you in a
look at-
situation where
Well,
I
look
hear
at
you.
anything.
that
I
it
mean-
would be more acceptable for you to be here and not in the courtroom or something like that, so.
I see what you're saying. However, James, we waited a reasonable amount of time to get a copy. I don't see how it could be benefit to us to get a copy. It's either gonna be something along the lines of a threat, if you do this, we're gonna get you on that, some kind of a trespass
Right.
warning.
I understand. I just like to, me personally, I like to always be educated about everybody's point of view and what everybody's thinking and why and where they get the
Cool.
information they're getting. And
Cool.
so
Judges are,
if he's got something that I've never seen before, I want to see it.
okay.
It's,
Fair enough,
I
fair
would
enough.
imagine it's a statute of some sort, and it's probably, you
Right.
know,
And
Fair
I
enough,
get
fair
that. I get
readily
the-
available somewhere down the road.
Yeah, there might be something worth responding to that I could like, oh, really? You're claiming that is true?
I mean, for example, the guys in the Tucson area are fighting the constitutionality of probably what he's going to show us. I'm not sure.
Ah,
And so I'm curious if it's the same thing or if it's
Probably.
something different or.
I don't have my glasses, do you?
Okay. Well,
Okay, one of these is yours, just keep it with you. And
Cool.
you can get one of these to whichever one you want to.
man, can I get an apology? I'm sincere, I'm not being disrespectful or
Apology
sarcastic.
for what? I will not
For
apologize.
getting within
for doing
6
my
inches,
job.
getting within 6 inches, do you have to get within 6 inches of somebody and physically threaten them in order to do your job? Do you have to threaten someone with arrest when obviously this is a legal act that we're doing here right now in order to do your job?
So what they need, Sarge?
Just a little humble, hey man, I'm sorry
Well
about
done.
that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Just wanted to give you the opportunity, Smith. Have a good life, order following a crooked ass judge, man.
All right.
I'm out of here.